Well, friends, it was a saga getting up here. This spot is only, I think, 3 miles as the crow flies from my campsite. It was a 23-mile drive on dirt roads. It took an hour and 10 minutes for me to drive here. Just crazy. I'm sporting the Suboverland Suburban on this trip. Thanks again to Grady for loaning me that. I'll put links to all of his stuff in the video description. But this is what I came here to see. Bombsite. Now you might be asking yourself, what does that mean? What bombsite? Well, let me tell you a story. I'm trying to protect my camera with an umbrella here, so if you see like something, you know, in the edge of the shot, that's what it is. So, in September 1942, a Japanese submarine, like a big 300-foot long Japanese submarine, rose up and parked itself on the coast of Oregon, of southwestern Oregon here. There was a mini hangar on that submarine that held a little airplane. And so a pilot got in and flew it over these mountains here. And the plan was to drop a bomb that would ignite all the forest here and just create a huge fire that would, I guess, just burn up all the forests here in this part of the state. And so with that in mind, he dropped the bomb here on this mountainside in this forest, and the bomb went off and it started a small fire. It smoldered a bit, but it didn't really go anywhere. So right now I'm hiking to that bomb site. I believe the same pilot dropped one other bomb on one of the capes of Western Oregon, but it didn't go off and the bomb was never found, so it was basically ineffectual. But yeah, I bet you didn't know that the Japanese bombed the mainland United States during World War II. What else is interesting is that that pilot later visited the town of Brookings, I think that's what it's called, which is the town just down the mountain from here on the coast. And I think he became like an honorary member of the city, and he gave his ancestral family katana, his samurai sword, to the town of Brookings. And so you can go to the library in town and see his samurai sword there as a symbol of peace. He donated it as a goodwill gesture, as a peaceful gesture. And as I understand it, he visited Brookings several times, and I think he passed away in the last couple decades, but I think his family continue to visit. So interesting little bit of World War II history. In the end, no one got hurt, and if nothing else, it fostered some peace between a couple of small populations on opposite sides of the Pacific Ocean. And the forest that I'm hiking through here is burned, but this fire has nothing to do with the bomb that was dropped. Okay, so I've arrived at the site. There are 4 signs here with, you know, thousands of words of information about the incident. I'm not going to read each one to you, but I'm going to highlight a couple of things. So this was the man, this was the pilot who dropped the bombs. This is what the bombs looked like. They weighed 162 pounds, and they contained 520 incendiary pellets that would spread out over 100 yards and burn at very high temperatures. In 1992, which was 50 years after the bombing, Mr. Fujita came back and planted the peace tree, which is a redwood seedling here. He died in 1997 and became an honorary citizen of the town, and his ashes, or some of his ashes, were scattered here at the site. And then as a final note here, that peace tree got trampled by people, by visitors, and so some Japanese World War II veterans came back and planted another tree. So, this is the little viewing platform here. It looks like this down here, the little cleared area, is the bombing site. It's raining quite hard now, I'm sure you can hear it. Let's go down there, take a look at the marker. So yeah, here's the site. The marker isn't, I mean, there's no writing on it or anything like that. It's just a plain marker. I'm not sure which seedling is the redwood one that was planted. Maybe this guy? If so, it's not doing too hot. Very interesting. This is a bit of history I did not know existed. I'm guessing most of you guys watching were unfamiliar with this part of World War II history. But when I saw this on the map, I had to come here, even though it was just a tremendous drive to get here. Way out of the way. I think it was worth visiting. All right, let's head back to the car. Actually, let's see how long this took and how far it was. It took about half an hour. And it was less than a mile, about 8/10 of a mile. Okay, yeah, back to the car. Very narrow road coming up here. I wouldn't take anything bigger than a camper van on this road. And I guess I'll see you guys at our next spot, which I think will be somewhere on the coast. I don't remember off the top of my head what it is, but I have it written down. And so that's where we're gonna be headed once I get off the mountain here. And so I'll see you in a couple hours somewhere on the beautiful Oregon coast. Well, I finally made it out of the mountains. It is such a long drive, but I'm on the coast here now, and I wanted to show you this this bridge really quick. So through the trees out here is the Pacific Ocean. You can kind of see it. And then this is Thomas Creek Bridge. It is 345 feet below, or above rather, the creek down here, making it the highest bridge in the state of Oregon. And just a couple minutes up the road now, we have another scenic spot called Natural Bridges. You guys know I like this kind of thing, so figured I'd stop and check them out. So we have a beautiful little cove right here with at least 2 natural arches, or natural bridges. There's the one. There's the second one. I think there might be a third one, maybe over here or over here somewhere, but from this viewpoint you can just see these 2. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's check it out. There's someone right on top, right there, to give you a sense of scale. Do you see the person perched right on top of the rock? That's awesome. There's a trail right here leading down from the viewing platform. I'm gonna skip that this time around, but that looks like an awesome hike to do in the future. I think that today I'm largely interested in seeing a higher quantity of things, so let's get back on the road and see what else we can find. Just driving up the road here, I saw a sign for a pullout called Arch Rock Viewpoint, and I hadn't planned on stopping here, but again, Arch Rock sounds like the kind of place I'd be interested in, so let's go take a look. I think the best thing about this kind of coastline is that there are so many little nooks and crannies to explore, so many things to see and do just around every other bend, you know? There are just so many things, and it's so beautiful. I mean, you could spend years and years traveling this area and still not see everything, still not access every little cove, still not visit every little beach. I like that about this place. And here we have the aptly named Arch Rock. Gorgeous. I like watching the waves getting funneled through there like that. And the rest of the coastline here isn't bad either. Got lots of little islands and sea stacks. Let's walk along this way, get a better view of this cove over here. And I mean, even just the view from the car here is spectacular. Don't even need to leave your car. Now I need to make another disclaimer here, and I'm going to be doing this in each one of the next few videos, because I know people are going to be saying, oh, you didn't hike down to this beach, or you missed this viewpoint, or this hike, or whatever. And I know I'm not seeing a lot of things. I know there's a lot to see here. I know I'm passing wonderful, amazing things right on by. It's okay. I'll be back. I've been making these videos long enough that I know people are gonna get on me if I don't say something. So if you do want to suggest places for me to go see next time, great. And I'm sure I'll look forward to visiting those places again in the future. And speaking of having incredible views right from your car, check this out. This is the view looking south from Cape Sebastian. I could just sit and watch those waves roll in all day long. There's a little trail here of some sort, not sure where this goes, but let's follow it a little bit. And then here is the view off to the north side of the cape. And as I was walking back to the car, I realized that there's a rainbow here, too. What a place. Okay, so I actually drove through Coos Bay. And I'm in North Bend, which is just on the other side of town. And I'm at this place called Young's restaurant. It's a burger place that got just rave reviews on Google Maps, like 4.7 stars with 1,000 reviews or something like that. I already went in and I ordered a burger. They're gonna bring it out to the car here. I ordered the jalapeno popper burger. So it's a burger with an onion ring and cream cheese and jalapenos on it, and then it comes with a side of fries. So looking forward to it. I'm hungry. Okay, just got this bad boy delivered. Looks like we have some sauce, some Thousand Island. Ooh, there's a fry sticking out. It's a good fry. Oh yeah. Okay, that is a big old burger with a giant onion ring in the middle of it. And then yeah, here's the pile of fries. It is good. I'll spare you the footage of me actually taking bites, but it is good. And I forgot to mention also that it has buffalo sauce on it. So it has a little bit of tang, a little bit of zest. Tasty. I'm happy with it. Check out these clouds on the mountain over here. Looks like a scene from a Chinese watercolor painting. Well, it took a minute, but I did find a campsite. Great spot. High up on a ridge, overlooking another series of ridges. This one has been logged. These are all logging roads that I've been on. That's why these roads exist, for the purpose of logging. Here's the way I came in. It is raining, as you can maybe see in the puddles here. Got a fire ring here as evidence that other people have camped here. I'm about, oh, I'd say 7 miles as the crow flies from the ocean, but it's a little bit longer than that. Well, decently longer than that by road. It would be pretty great to fly the drone and get an aerial view of this area and this campsite, but drones and rain do not mix, so unfortunately that's not going to happen. Well, friends, I'm in for the night. It's really tough spending only a few days on the Oregon coast. There's so much to do, so much to see, so much I want to do. And, 3 days or 4 days or however much time I'm spending here, not enough time to do it justice for sure. And I know that. And I know there are a lot of things I didn't see and do that I passed by today. I am not interested in seeing everything there is to see and do in one trip. I've explained this before. I like to just see what I can and then move on, and then I'll come back again and I'll see a few more things in that same area and I'll move on and I'll come back again and again. But I'm having a great time. I have driven the Oregon coast before I made YouTube videos, but it's great to revisit it and be here again. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place, and hope you guys have enjoyed seeing it just like how I have, and I've really enjoyed sharing it with you. And I think that'll do it for this video, so I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite part was, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It'll be a lot of fun to show you some more of the Oregon coast. Be sure to check out Adventure Know-How, my new site, where you can gain access to a map of all of my free campsites, plus monthly bonus videos that you won't find anywhere else. Learn more at adventureknowhow.com. And for links to everything else SUV RVing related, visit suvrving.com. Links to these sites and more will be in the video description.